You may be seated. I have a question for the fathers. Who gives this ring to marriage? That's a good start. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Michele and Tom's wedding. Now, before we begin, if anybody has the volume on their cell phone on, this would be a good time to turn it louder. So we know who to blame. We'll begin with a prayer. God, we ask your blessings upon this man and woman as we celebrate this momentous occasion in their lives. Grant them happiness and contentment as they establish their new home, create a family, and explore the depths of their love for one another. Bless their families and friends and the relationships which have supported, strengthened, and sustained them throughout their lives. Bless the home they will create as a place of love and of peace. And if times grow hard, and if tempers grow short, help them to look into their hearts and remember the love that brought them here today. Amen. Amen. We are gathered here today in the sight of God to join Michele and D'Antonio and Thomas James Zelox in holy matrimony. Through Michele and Tom's time together, they have come to realize that their personal hopes, goals, and dreams are more attainable and more meaningful through the combined effort and mutual support provided in love, commitment, and family. And so, they have decided to live together as husband and wife. And cat. Can't forget Phoebe. Today represents not only the joining of Michele and Tom, but also their family and friends. I'd like to especially recognize parents on this occasion. Linda and Frank and Tom, the unconditional gifts of love and support that you have continually offered have inspired Michele to become who she is today, and she thanks you from the bottom of her heart. They feel truly grateful to share this day with all of you, family and friends, for your love has sustained and inspired them. They thank you for your presence here today, for all the days it took to make today a reality, and for all the tomorrows they look forward to sharing with you. They'd also like to make a special note that several of you made a considerable trip to be here today. As I understand, we have guests here from Nevada, Florida, and Bayshore. No, some came further than others. Michele and Tom would also like to mention how sorry they are that Tom's mother, Nancy, isn't able to make it here today. And they'd also like to mention and reflect upon who's no longer with us, especially Tom's father, Hank, and his brother, Doug. We will later be lighting a candle for all those no longer here, as reflected on this plaque. While always missed, they are especially missed on days like today. They are certainly in our hearts and our minds. Now, true marriage is more than joining the bonds of marriage of two individuals. It is the union of two hearts. It lives in the love that you give each other and never grows old, but thrives on the joy of each new day. Marriage is love. May you always be able to talk things over, to confide and comfort each other, to laugh with each other, to go shopping and travel together, and to he doesn't like that one, and to share moments of quiet and peace when the day is done. May be blessed with a lifetime of happiness and a home filled with warmth, understanding, and binge-watching Big Bang Theory and Two Broke Girls. At this point, I'd like to call up Michele's cousin Jennifer, who will do a reading. That's you.
Tommy and Michele asked me to do this reading. It has a lot of meaning to them, and they want to share with all of us. The Promise by Heather Berry. Within this blessed union of souls, where two hearts intertwine to become one, there lies a promise. Perfectly born, divinely created, and intimately shared, it is a place where the hope and majesty of beginnings reside, where all things are made possible by the astounding love shared by two spirits. As you hold each other's hands in this promise and eagerly look into the future in each other's eyes, may your unconditional love and devotion take you to places where you both only dreamed, where you'll dwell for a lifetime of happiness, sheltered in the warmth of each other's arms. What is love by Unknown? Sooner or later, we begin to understand that love is more than verses on Valentine's and romance in the movies. We begin to know that love is here and now, real and true, the most important thing in our lives. For love is the creator of our favorite memories and the foundation of our fondest dreams. Love is a promise that is always kept, fortune that can never be spent, a seed that can flourish in even the most unlikely of places. And this radiance that never fades, this mysterious and magical joy, is the greatest treasure of all, one known only by those who love. Wedding Prayer by Robert Louis Stevenson. Lord, behold, bless you, our family here assembled. We thank you for this place in which we dwell, for the love that unites us, for the peace accorded us this day, for the hope which we expect the morrow, for the health, the work, the food, and the bright skies that make our lives delightful, and for our friends in all parts of the earth. Amen. Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. This is from The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. I am nothing special, just a common man with common thoughts, and I've led a common life. There are no monuments dedicated to me, and my name will soon be forgotten. But in one respect, I have succeeded as gloriously as anyone who's ever lived. I have loved another with all my heart and soul, and to me, this has always been enough. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in by E. E. Cummings. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you who are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing to you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than the soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart, I carry it in my heart.
Thank you, Jennifer. Now, the fact is, no ceremony can create your marriage. Right now, Tom's thinking, so what are we paying you for? My point is that only you guys can do that. Through love, patience, dedication, perseverance, through talking and listening and trying to understand, through helping and supporting and believing in one another, through learning to forgive, learning to respect and appreciate your differences, and learning to make the important things matter and letting go of the rest. What the ceremony can do is to witness and affirm the choice you've made to begin a new life today as husband and wife. As I'm sure many of you know, Michele and Tom met through his brother and sister and have known each other for about 33 years. And we're finally engaged in December of 2016. Now, I think I know you guys pretty well, having met you 45 minutes ago. But we did Skype and email, and I do think you have a good idea of what it'll take to make your marriage work. When I asked you the keys to your relationship, you mentioned caring for each other, keeping each other laughing, and keeping her from eating crab legs. I'd say that keeping to those ideals will go a long ways towards making marriage a long and a happy one. Michele described Tom as loving and caring. When she has a bad day at work, he's always there to cheer her up with jokes or even roses. She couldn't ask him to treat her better, as she always feels his love and his belief in her. Tom is her soulmate. Tom described Michele as loving. He always feels like he can be himself around her, as he knows that her love for him is unconditional. She's also caring, as she's always concerned with his well-being. He's a better person because of her, and he now works less than he ever has because he wants to come home to her. Is that not true? Now, I also asked for annoying qualities that each has. Michele said that Tom can sometimes go a little too far with his jokes. Tom said that she is a bit of a shopaholic. Now, I asked you guys what annoys you about each other, not because I'm nosy, because I'm here to tell you there are going to be many annoyances, nuisances, and disagreements with the other that may even overshadow him going a little too far with a joke. You're going to get mad at each other. You're going to say things you want to take back. You'll both apologize at various points in arguments, realizing that you're wrong. But that's okay, because that is the beauty of marriage. Because when over the years someone has seen you at your worst and knows you with all of your strengths and flaws, and yet still commits him or herself to you wholly, that is the constant experience. To be loved but not known is comforting but superficial. To be known but not loved is our greatest fear. But to be fully known and truly loved is what we need more than anything. It liberates us from pretense, it humbles us out of self-righteousness, and it fortifies us at great difficulties that life may throw at us. We're now ready for the vows. Do you, Tom, take Michele to be your lawfully wedded wife from this day forward for better or for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, respect, and support her for as long as you shall live? Do you, Michele, take Tom to be your lawfully wedded husband from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, to love, respect, and support him for as long as you shall live? At this point, I'd like to call up Michele's mother and their good friend Pat for the Unity Candle Ceremony. They are going to light the taper candles. The two individual flames symbolize the different families that Michele and Tom come from. They also represent the faith, wisdom, and love that they have received from their parents. Please light the candles. Michele and Tom will now light the center candle. This is the candle of marriage. Its fire represents the light of two people in love. This candle is a candle of commitment because it takes two people working together to keep it aflame. It is also a candle of unity because both must come together, giving a spark of themselves to create this new light. As you light the candle today, may the brightness of the flame shine throughout your lives. May it give you courage and reassurance in darkness, warmth and safety in the cold, and strength and joy in your bodies, minds, and spirits. They will now also light the memory candle in honor of those no longer with us. You're holding each other's hands. These are the hands of your best friend, holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you continue to build your future. They are the hands that will countless times wipe tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. They are the hands that will give you support and encouragement to continue chasing down your dreams. They are the hands that will hold you tight as you struggle through difficult times, and that will give you strength when you need it. And finally, these are the hands that no matter what is going on in your lives or the world around you, will always be reaching for yours. May we have the rings, please? Now, your rings are an external and visible sign of the internal and spiritual bond which unites your two hearts. May they serve as a seal of the vows you have made to one another today. May they always be for you your most treasured adornment, and may the love they symbolize be your most treasured possession. Tom, please place the ring on Michelle's finger and repeat after me. Michele, I give you this ring as a symbol and reminder
Michele, I give you this ring as a symbol and a reminder
of my love for you and my commitment to our marriage.
of my love for you and my commitment to the marriage.
I am honored to call you my wife.
I'm honored to call you my wife.
Right. Michele, please place the ring on Tom's finger and repeat after me. Tom, I give you this ring as a symbol and reminder
Tom, I give you this ring as a symbol of a reminder
of my love for you and my commitment to the marriage.
as my love for you and commitment to the marriage.
I am honored to call you my husband.
I am honored to call you my husband.
Now I can say, by the power vested in me by the state of New York, you can update your Facebook relationship status where I pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss each other. One more time for the married couple.